Hey guys, welcome to another Brbptv reaction vibrations on this here Brbptv channel. Guys, be real, be positive. Welcome to each and every one of you guys who tuned into another vibrations. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be dropping another reaction later on today, guys, but I just might do that because I actually stated that I had to do a reaction on Melissa, Skerrit's wife, on her thought process on the botanical gardens. So definitely tune in for that if I'm dropping that a bit later on. But let us get into the vibrations for today right now. This is the Prime Minister Skerrit. Melissa's husband is speaking about an incident that took place involving his son.
The viewing and listening public. First off, as you would know, my son was involved in a vehicular accident yesterday, and one of the persons involved would have lost his life.
That claimed the life. I think you should have said your son was involved in an accident that claimed the life of another individual. I think that would be a much better precise, you know, in terms of trying to play in the English language, you know, that claimed the life of a particular individual after some sort of event.
So I want to extend, as I've done privately, my sincere condolences to the family of Mr. K and Joseph. I can't say much on this matter as recognized, but I wanted to extend publicly.
Now guys, I understand the situation. Sometimes accidents tend to happen, you know. I'm sure it was not the intent of the son to go out there and be like, oh, I'm gonna take the life of somebody. I'm sure situations tend to happen. Examples of certain situations happening might just be, you know, going out there, walking out and not making it back, you know. So sometimes you don't have the intent to do certain things and then it happens, you know. But on the basis of that, brothers and sisters, this is not the first time that the Prime Minister's son has an accident. Well, it's alleged that he was driving a government vehicle some time back, and it ended up in an accident. Thank God nobody got hurt as a result of this, but it seems like the son might need to be a little more careful in that regard. Unfortunately, yesterday he was involved in another accident that this time claimed the life of another individual right there. So sympathies goes out to the family and friends. The Prime Minister stated that he cannot, you know, speak more on this. I'm guessing investigations are being done, and you know, to see who exactly was wrong in that regard. Not just saying, you know, the Prime Minister's son did this, and he could be careless, true, but on the basis of actually, you know, understanding what exactly happened, I think we should let the officers pretty much, you know, do their jobs to figure out who was wrong and whatnot, and then as a result of that continue, because I don't know much information in this. That's pretty much all I got right there. Anyways, brothers and sisters, moving on to what we actually want to talk about here is that of the Ross University dean, recently just, not Ross University, the Canadian Canadian ACSOM, yeah, American Canadian School of Medicine, just opened up yesterday, brothers and sisters. First classes I think began today, but they actually had the opening ceremony, white coat ceremony, yesterday on Sunday. So
the Canadian American School of Medicine, on the hosting of its inaugural white coat ceremony.
Hey.
Yesterday at Pequot, Portsmouth, and of course it signaled the official start of that very important school in Pequot, Portsmouth. This is a welcome development for Dominica, particularly for the people of Portsmouth and the North, who stand to derive social and economic benefits over the long term from the school's operations.
So the individuals that were asking me about this whole situation, do you think the school was going to be coming? I told them, yes, I believe the school is definitely coming, because I know the individuals who are involved in this, and I know they came from Ross University. This is why I still call it the Ross University School right there. Although on the update of this, I heard that certain things happened to certain individuals who are part of Ross University, and now they are coming to start a new school in Dominica with the help of the CBI program. That's from my understanding right there. So this is why the school came into fruition, and they actually had the graduating white coat ceremony, which I'm gonna be going into now. So this is none other than Dr. Dean White, I believe it is. Dr. Dean White? Dean White. And of course, he's another Dominican. I consider him another Dominican right there. And he was at the white coat ceremony. Yeah, no volume. There's no volume. There's no volume.
Make an impact and an accomplished
So
class
this is one of the individuals that I knew was part of Ross.
of new students ready to make an impact on medicine.
Now, the thing that I like about this new medical school, guys, from my understanding from listening to him and the other individual who was speaking on MO News, they were reiterating the understanding of actually utilizing natural remedies or looking into natural remedies, not just the modern day cures. We're looking into natural remedies that can actually do things on a carbon-based system. That's one of the things that I like about that. However, when the Prime Minister was speaking about, you know, the school coming in and all those kind of things there, I must also reiterate that it was the Prime Minister's fault why Ross had to leave. This is why it was made very clear by the CEO of Adatalum, who stated that they have finally found a competent government. Now, on the basis of that, brothers and sisters, with the new school, the question here is, since we have the same government, do you think that this school is going to last? I can only hope and pray that this lasts, because like the Prime Minister stated, he's going to be bringing some sort of, you know, relief to the people of Portsmouth and the environments of the north. Of course, they're starting very small, notwithstanding that there are going to be a lot of challenges moving forward. I still am not certain if the school is accredited, but there are a few students who are part of this school right there. We'll check them out in a moment. So I just had to point this out right there.
Well, today is a day for our students and their induction into medicine as healthcare professionals in training. I would be remiss if I did not first acknowledge the opening of our university and to thank those that made today possible. American Canadian School of Medicine has been founded as a private, non-profit institution with a social mission.
Interesting.
We are physician-led and student-focused. In addition to preparing and educating excellent physicians, our mission is to improve healthcare, starting here in Dominica. For decades, Dominica has proven to be an exceptional location for medical education.
Very true indeed.
And our purpose-built medical campus home, here where we gather today, is a testament to that. Dominica's healthcare system has provided medical students with many of their first and most impactful experiences as student learners.
Ross University is speaking about there. Ross University.
Our founder and chairman of the Board of Trustees, Dr. Alvin Bagapour, experienced this firsthand as a medical student in Dominica.
I remember him.
Long before his career as an interventional radiologist. I would like to make a special acknowledgement and offer words of gratitude to the many leaders of the government of Dominica that are present here today. Without your hard work and partnership, we would simply not be here today. Canadian School of Medicine's partnership with the government amplifies.
Well, I mean, he stated this, but I also think that if it wasn't as a result of them, you know, we would still have Ross University there. So, but at least, you know, this is what we have, and that's what Dominica has gotten. So I guess we'll have to run off that and hope for the best. Keep in mind, I'm saying we're hoping for the best. So people who might watch this video say, Mr. Leaks want to talk. No, brothers and sisters, we are hoping for the best from this one, because that is, of course, what can actually bring income into Dominica. I can actually help Dominicans right there. Now, Picard is known to have a number of housings, and there are about 10 individuals. We will see that in a moment. On base of that, you know, not everybody, a student will not be in every apartment, or not taking vacation to go one apartment and then go into another apartment next semester and then another apartment. So just keep that in mind, okay, brothers and sisters?
Our impact. It bridges resources for our shared mission for advancing healthcare. Our accreditors, of which we proudly have two internationally recognized accreditors, IAAR and
so it was accredited then.
ACCM. IAAR publishes their report. Any member of the public can go to their website and download our 500-page self-study. They can see their review of the university. They can read everything about the deliberations when they decided to accredit us for the maximum full 5 years to begin our medical school. But in the IAR report,
so it was accredited. Thank God for that.
They acknowledge a number of towering strengths. They discuss the innovative curriculum. They discuss the physician faculty and their dedication and their craft in creating that curriculum. They discuss the experienced leadership of the school. But the first strength they listed of the school lay in what they deemed the overwhelming support of the Dominican government and its healthcare system for American Canadian School of Medicine.
Well, that's good, but we know Dominican healthcare not the best. But maybe in the incorporation of Ross, Axum, things can actually happen to elevate it.
Accreditation, it validates our dedication to high standards, and it opens doors for American Canadian School of Medicine globally. To the inaugural...
So it's not just for Canada and America, it's globally, I'm guessing. So individuals from all over will pretty much be coming. I think that's the same thing that Ross used to do, because there were individuals who I know were not citizens of America, but actually came to the Ross University. Individuals from the East that came, from the Caribbean islands as well. So there were a number of individuals that were not from America itself who are attending Ross University.
Class. As president of the American Canadian School of Medicine, my commitment to each of you is unwavering. I am devoted to ensuring that your education and experiences are unparalleled. It is both a duty and a privilege to be a guiding beacon on your path. Okay. And receive today.
I got my answer, brothers and sisters. Let's move on to the individuals, the students.
Student-centered environment where innovation flourishes and where the practice of medicine is elevated to...
Okay.
And its processes for educating medical students are distinctly different from those in the Caribbean medical schools.
Also.
So given all of that...
Let's go back.
And the stethoscope that they'll be soon getting. These accoutrements, they symbolize professionalism and authority. And white coat ceremonies serve as important rituals to highlight the sacred importance of that humanity for our profession, the profession of medicine. But today, there are many other reasons to celebrate. And President James and Dean Ahmadi have already talked about some of those. It kicks off the very first day of a brand new medical school, a not-for-profit medical school that has an imaginative...
I think not-for-profit is also a good idea, concerning it's not profit-based, so that the students, can come in to try to learn what is needed. If it's profit-based, then they're looking for specific criterias that will be needed, and then branch their students to go out there to try to do the same thing, make profits. I think that is an interesting part.
Innovative
right there.
And decidedly non-traditional curriculum.
Non-traditional curriculum. That's pretty much what I was talking about a while ago.
The design captures some of the best of medical schools in the United States and Canada. And its processes for educating medical students are distinctly different from those in the Caribbean medical schools. So given all of that, I think that many of us, if not all of us in this room, are quite surprised that we have all gathered here on this beautiful tropical island in the South Caribbean to celebrate this new beginning.
That has happened before. Anyways,
how? The first part, I want to talk a little bit about the history of the American Canadian School of Medicine. The story about how this idyllic place came to be the venue from one of the newest accredited medical schools in the entire world.
Newest accredited. Anyways, you guys
and
probably
hopefully
want to
answer the questions I just posed. The second part, I'm going to focus on the meaning of this ceremony for you, our new medical students. There's people in this room, but does anyone recognize who those people are?
It's a rock star, I think.
Wife Yoko Ono and his son Sean. Late John Lennon, his wife Yoko Ono, and his son Sean. So John Lennon's song Beautiful Boy is dedicated to their son Sean. And it's arguably one of the best
Okay, we don't need to.
American
Let me
School of Medicine.
Guys, let me get to the point.
When the work destroyed in an instant with a suction, it's something that develops, and it is inspired by the conduct of the physician.
Okay, trust is indeed needed for physicians.
Often responsibility that the trust the patient's amazing privilege.
Thank you, Dr. Wong, for a truly comprehensive and so deeply inspiring white coat.
Yeah.
That
okay.
To the front, Sophia. Now, Senior Director of Student Services, Mr. Mason Philpott.
Great honor that we introduce this first class for American Canadian School of Medicine.
I don't want to get copyrighted.
From right here in Dominica, Canadian School
of Medicine. We have a Dominican that's part of it, guys.
From right here in Dominica, Brent Remy.
Brent Remy. That's Brent Remy right there, brothers and sisters. Getting his white. Big up Brent Remy. Big up yourself. Representing the Alright. Next up.
From New Jersey.
Thank you for taking out the music. Thank you very much.
Evan Zamont.
Who?
From New Jersey. From New Jersey, Evan Zamont.
Evan, big up yourself. New Jersey Massive. Yes, sir.
From Miami, Florida, Fatima Muhammad Ali.
Yes, Fatima. Yes, Fatima. Yes, I.
Jacqueline Reyes.
Jacqueline
from Houston, Texas.
Houston, Massive.
Jacqueline Reyes.
Yes, I. All right
then. Puerto Rico.
Javier
Maldonado.
Javier Maldonado. Okay. Big up Javier Maldonado.
Nice.
Is that all?
Nice. From California, Jose Guzman.
Okay, Cali Massive. Yes, sir.
And just joining us from California, Lenore Hurani.
Lenore Hurani. California in the building. Who's that partner?
Patrick Forbes.
Patrick Forbes.
From Nebraska, Patrick Forbes.
Okay. The Patrick. I have to mute that. I don't want to be copyrighted. Yes, I, Patrick.
Vincent Harvey.
Good.
And last but not least, from Minnesota, Vincent Harvey.
Mr. Harvey. Oh, you will leave me alone though. Seems like there are some people from Ross who were there, who were working in Ross, who are still who are also working there as well.
Thank you all very much. You may return to your seats.
So it's about, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, the whole.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 of them.
Thanks. I'd like the whole class of 2027 to stand up, please. The class of 2027 would like to...
Thank you.
So these are them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 of them. I think I have another photo of them standing up in front of the sign. And this is it right there. So these are them right there, brothers and sisters. In front of the Canadian American. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it started with 9 students, including 1 Dominican right there. So I see 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 male and 2 females. Guys, we can just hope and pray for the best in that regard right there. They say it's a non-profit school, so hopefully more Dominicans can participate in, you know, that school, so that they can, you know, help Dominica in its medical field right there. But that's them.
It's been said severally this afternoon that the practice of medicine is actually a privilege. And with this privilege actually comes considerable responsibility.
Once you can afford it, yes.
So with this knowledge at the back of your mind, I want you to please raise up your right hand for me, and you can repeat after me. As a member of the medical profession, I solemnly pledge to dedicate my life to the service of humanity.
Look, Charles Savre, and I guess that's his wife there. I guess Skerrit didn't make it.
The health and well-being of my patients will be my first consideration.
Wait a while, guys. 1, 2. That's a girl at the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One, two, three, four. Oh, this guy. He's not a pro. Okay, so the girl was missing. Okay.
I will respect the autonomy and dignity of my patient.
I hope they're not coming in at school to push transgender and these things there. Or you know, society does rule already. I hope. All right then.
I will maintain the utmost respect for human life. I will not permit considerations of age, disease or disability, creed, ethnic origin, gender, nationality, political affiliation.
If they're saying gender and they say non-binary, non-binary is the change. Let me leave that alone.
Race, sexual orientation, social standing, or any other factor to intervene between my duty and my patient. I will respect the secrets that are confided in me,
Doctor-patient
even after the death of my patient. I
hope your patient doesn't die. Well, then again, you never know. Some certain things can happen.
will practice my profession with conscience and dignity, and in accordance with good medical practice. I will foster the honor and noble traditions of the medical profession. I will give to my teachers,
the respect,
colleagues, and students the respect and gratitude that is their due. I will share my medical knowledge for the benefit of the patient and the advancement of healthcare. I will attend to my own health.
I'm guessing the other persons reading are the professors, because they have the longer quotes and these guys have the shorter quotes.
Well-being
and abilities in order to provide care of the highest standard. I will not use my medical knowledge
for wickedness,
to violate human rights and civil liberties, even under threat. I make these promises solemnly, freely,
so help me
and
God,
upon my honor. Thank you.
But if people don't have proper honor, how can they then, you know, make an oath on their honor if their honor is not upright? You know, on my honor. Just a thought. Anyways, congratulations to the students who are starting off right there. It seemed like 3 girls and 6 fellas. 2, 4, 6. Yeah, 3 girls, 6 fellas. Hopefully they can get along and focus on their studies, especially the Dominican individual right there. You know, focus and do the best that they can do, and hopefully the school is a success. I want to see the school be very successful and probably even better than Ross University. But of course, for success to be handled, it must be done under proper individuals who can actually handle that stuff. So not just the government, but the professors, the staff, all these individuals who will be making the students' lives. And please, by God, don't feed the students. Don't baby the students, man. Because I remember when we were working Ross in the beginning, this is why I tell people that I trust Ross University at a certain level. I trust Ross University, yes, but I trust Ross students at a certain part. Because I know back in the day when Ross students would come to Dominica, they literally had to work. They weren't being fed, given handouts. They literally had to work their guts off to ensure that they passed their class. Those who didn't pass, didn't make it. Those who passed, you know, they were great doctors right there. So hopefully that kind of sentiment does come back, because I remember when I was working there, from the transition of how it was to then feeding the students and giving them little things here and there. Oh, okay, you will pass you on, those kind of things there. I think it's necessary that students fail in terms of failing so that they can do better. Hey, okay, I failed this, I know I lapsed there, let me go and do better. So when I pass, I know that I really pass, instead of being handed out or being babied. I think that's one of the things that I noticed in Ross University. When the students from back then and the students from just before I left Ross, you know, the students were being babied. Everything was babying the students, man. Let them go and study hard and work hard, man. To be in what this, to be in dabbling with human bodies and ensuring that the healthcare of human bodies are definitely taken care of. You need to definitely put your best foot forward. You cannot just hope, oh, I'm just being lackadaisical and, you know, I go school and I just barely pass, and if I don't even pass, they will just make me pass just to leave. No, man. I think it's necessary that these individuals are there, come with their best foot forward, work hard, man. And then when you leave, you can definitely be a force to be reckoned with. That's one of the things that I know. I know a few Ross doctors back in the day who are really big in their craft today, and they, trust me, they know their stuff. They know their stuff, man. But anyways, kudos to the 9 individuals who made it. And of course, we can only hope for the best in the near future in that regard. Anyways, guys, what are your thoughts, man? Leave your thoughts in the comment box below, guys. And I'll see you guys in the next reaction video. Remember, guys, be real, be positive.